Drunk drivers reacting to life sentences. Every day, lives are forever altered due to the actions of those who choose to get behind the wheel while intoxicated. Today, we delve into a profoundly serious topic that highlights the devastating consequences of one of society's gravest offenses: drunk driving. Despite the acknowledged dangers, some individuals still choose to disregard the warnings and drive under the influence. However, they soon discover the harsh reality of the consequences they must face. Prepare yourselves for an eye-opening exploration of the profound impact drunk driving has on countless lives. This episode serves as a solemn reminder that even a single ill-advised decision can leave an indelible mark on society. Remember, the road to redemption starts with responsible choices. Ladies and gentlemen, as we delve deeper into the world of drunk driving and its repercussions, we bring you an exclusive list of the top 5 chilling reactions from drunk drivers upon receiving a life sentence. Number 5. Amber Pereira. In 2017, the lives of Amber Pereira and the Felipak family intertwined in a tragic event on the Selmon Expressway in Tampa Bay. Amber Pereira, a name forever associated with the heart-wrenching collision that unfolded that fateful day, was found to be intoxicated, igniting a chain reaction that resulted in the loss of 3 innocent lives.
Your life is ruined, but you also ruined a lot of lives and ended 3 lives.
Amber's ill-fated journey along the Selmon Highway took a devastating turn when her vehicle collided with Luis Felipak, his wife Rita, and their 8-year-old daughter Georgia. The impact caused Pereira to lose control of her car, sending Felipak's vehicle careening into the westbound lanes where it was struck by 2 other vehicles before catching fire. Shockingly, instead of stopping to face the consequences, Pereira continued driving until her damaged vehicle could no longer move, leading to her eventual detainment. Subsequent investigations revealed the grim truth. Amber Pereira had been driving under the influence. She pled guilty to charges that included DUI manslaughter, DUI with serious bodily damage, fleeing the scene of a fatal collision, and evidence destruction. As the courtroom drama unfolded, emotions ran high. Amber, unable to contain her overwhelming grief, wept uncontrollably as the judge delivered the verdict: a life sentence of 50 years in prison. Circuit Judge Christopher Sabella addressed Amber Pereira directly, reminding her of the gravity of her choices. He referenced a recorded prison conversation aired in court, where Pereira acknowledged the wreckage and devastation she had caused. Judge Sabella expressed that her attempt to evade responsibility, including the concealment of seized blood samples at the hospital, only added to the severity of her crime. Despite pleas from her attorney for a reduced sentence, citing her limited criminal history and lack of intent to harm, the judge remained resolute. Amber Pereira was sentenced to spend the next 50 years of her life behind bars. The tragic collision that forever altered the lives of the Felipak family stands as a poignant reminder of the dangers of driving under the influence. Amber Pereira's story serves as a sobering example of the immense pain, loss, and devastation that can result from a single, ill-advised decision. Number 4. Grace Coleman. In a tragic turn of events, Grace Elizabeth Coleman, a 23-year-old California woman, found herself at the center of a drunken hit-and-run incident that forever altered the lives of a young couple and their 3 young daughters. This heart-wrenching incident occurred as the family was joyfully admiring Christmas lights in Newport Beach. Coleman's decision to drive while intoxicated resulted in a catastrophic accident that claimed the lives of Henry Eduardo Selena Mejia, 27, and his wife, Gabriela Andante, 28. Publicly acknowledging her responsibility, Grace Coleman stood before Judge Hallman, fully aware of the magnitude of the catastrophe she had caused. With a heavy heart, she pleaded guilty to taking the lives of Henry and Gabriela. Tragically, the couple's daughters were also injured in the incident, requiring hospitalization. Santa Ana police reported that the collision had left all of the children with fractured legs, with one of them also sustaining 2 broken arms. Evidence revealed that Grace Coleman's blood alcohol level was an alarming 0.22%, nearly 3 times the legal limit at the time of the accident. Officials suspect that Coleman may have run a red light as the family approached Pelican Hills at the junction of Newport Coast Drive and Pelican Hills Road South. During the sentencing, emotions ran high as 2 of the orphaned daughters courageously read the heartfelt letters they had written to their parents. This deeply emotional moment.
Beautiful girls will never have their parents for the major moments of their lives. Who is going to walk them down the aisle if they ever get married? Who is going to dance with them at their quinceañera?
Described by the family's lawyer as one of the most poignant experiences witnessed, left an indelible impact on all those present. Grace Elizabeth Coleman, donning a mask that obscured much of her expression, listened intently to the words spoken, retaining her concentration on the speakers. Her tears were evident, and it was clear that she was haunted by the gravity of her actions. This heartbreaking case serves as yet another poignant reminder of the devastating consequences of drunk driving. The lives lost and shattered in this tragic event underscore the urgent need for increased awareness, strict enforcement of laws, and responsible decision-making. It's a stark reminder that one person's reckless choices can result in irreparable harm to multiple lives, including their own. Number 3. Michelle Lake. Michelle Lake serves as a stark reminder of those individuals who seemingly fail to learn from their past mistakes. Despite having previously completed a jail sentence for a drunk driving incident that claimed a man's life, Michelle found herself facing another tragic chapter in her life. This time, her actions led to yet another crash while she was under the influence, resulting in devastating consequences. On a fateful morning at 9:32 a.m. on December 6, 2018, Michelle was driving north on Field Avenue in Westwood. However, her impaired state caused her to veer left of center, colliding head-on with an oncoming car. The collision left the driver and front seat passenger of the other vehicle with severe injuries. Authorities later discovered that Michelle had several illegal substances in her system, compounding the gravity of her offense. Michelle's troubled history with drunk driving became apparent. Her driver's license had been revoked following a previous drunk driving collision in 2006, where a passenger in her car tragically lost their life. Despite this previous incident, Michelle seemingly continued to disregard the consequences of her actions. During the court proceedings, Michelle Lake pleaded for forgiveness, expressing remorse for her actions. While the judge acknowledged the sincerity of her plea and expressed sympathy for her situation, he also painted a grim picture. Referring to her as a ticking time bomb, the judge addressed Michelle, stating that she posed a constant danger to herself and others. He highlighted her pattern of repeatedly driving without regard for the law, as well as her ongoing struggle with heroin addiction, which remained untreated throughout the years. Ultimately, the judge aligned with the prosecutor's recommendation and sentenced Michelle Lake to 8 years in prison for aggravated vehicle assault, followed by an additional 2 years for vehicular assault, to be served consecutively. Upon her release, she will be placed on probation for 3 years, with her driver's license suspended for life. Number 2. Javier Cortez. Tragedy struck in North Santa Maria when Javier Cortez, a 28-year-old Santa Maria man, made the ill-fated decision to get behind the wheel after leaving a house party. Little did he know that his choices would lead to a devastating double fatal collision, forever altering the lives of multiple families. Javier Cortez eventually pleaded guilty to the charges brought against him, which stemmed from the heartbreaking incident that unfolded on March 16th. Leaving the house party in his black Chrysler sedan, Javier Cortez collided with a white Jeep Cherokee that was carrying 4 passengers. The impact claimed the lives of Madison Coleman, a 17-year-old resident, and Monica Gonzalez, a 20-year-old. The aftermath of the collision revealed that Javier Cortez had a blood alcohol concentration exceeding the legal limit of 0.08%. As a result, he faced charges that included serious bodily harm, excessive speeding on a motorway, and driving with a blood alcohol concentration of over 0.15%. Evidence presented by California Highway Patrol officers revealed critical information from the event data recorder in Javier Cortez's Chrysler. The data showed that he was traveling at a staggering speed of 104 miles per hour, westbound on Donovan Road, mere seconds before the crash. In the end, Javier Cortez pleaded guilty to charges of homicide and drunk driving, accepting responsibility for his actions. Now he faces the grim prospect of a sentence ranging from 21 years to life in jail. The courtroom became a sober reminder of the irreparable damage caused by the combination of alcohol, reckless driving, and disregard for the safety of others. Number 1. Tanner Dashner. It was on November 23, 2018, that Tanner Dashner, then 21 years old, found himself traveling at an alarming speed of approximately 97 miles per hour in a 30-mile-per-hour zone on South 25th Street. His SUV collided with the rear of a Dodge Dakota, driven by Keaton Tillett, a 27-year-old resident of Fort Pierce. The collision further involved a BMW that had come to a stop at the Midway Road red light. Tragically, Dashner failed to slow down when the Dodge and BMW resumed motion after the light turned green. The impact caused a chain reaction, with Dashner's GMC colliding with the Dodge, which then collided with the BMW. As a result of the collision, the Dodge's petrol tank was compromised and erupted into a fiery blaze, adding to the horror of the situation. According to investigators from the Florida Highway Patrol, Tanner Dashner, now 24, was found to have a blood alcohol concentration of 0.274% at the time of the collision, which is more than triple the legal limit of 0.08%. As a consequence, Dashner was sentenced to 14.5 years in prison for each of the 5 offenses, with the periods to be served consecutively, resulting in a staggering total of 72.5 years behind bars. In addition, Dashner was also sentenced to time served for 2 minor offenses. This devastating incident serves as a poignant reminder of the devastating consequences that arise from driving under the influence. As always, we appreciate your feedback on the video. Please share your thoughts in the comment section below. If you found this video enjoyable, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel before you go. Thank you for watching.